What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Baby Shack, and I am here to help you become profitable. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Um, so today is going to be kind of like a live recap. I'm trying to see if I can catch the entirety of this move to the upside. So let me kind of break this down. Coming into today, I was bearish on the market and bearish on price overall, but in the in this session during the morning time, I expected that we were going to have a push to the upside before we have any more bearish price action. So just looking at, let's start on the 4 hour. We're bearish. We go down, up, then we have a strong push down, strong push up, strong push down. But right now, I'm bearish from here to here. So this is a 4 hour break of structure for me. So we got taken out of that position. We still could go to the upside. So I'm going to kind of be mindful of this right now. Give me a second. I got to monitor this trade now. So we could come back down into this area, reject, and then continue to the upside. So I'm kind of just looking to see. This could be the spot where we reject from and then continue back up. Or we could sweep this high and then continue down very strong. So I'm kind of looking to see what we want to do. So give me a second while I manage this live trade. No SMTs or anything as of now. Kind of going to get another notification inside of here. And I'm trying to see if we want to continue back to the upside. We had this strong bearish push to the downside that might want to hold. So I'm looking to see if we end up getting another bullish push inside of here to then maybe continue up to my overall target. We are also inside of the triple moving averages, if that means anything to you. So just going to take a mock-up trade here. I think it went in. Let's look at the lower time frame as well. Something like that. We're just taking it to take it, to be honest. Let's go back to this and let's kind of monitor this. So right now, this is my 5-minute breaker structure. This was like a consolidation. We kind of failed to break out of it, in my opinion, right here. So we could come back down, sweep some liquidity. Excuse me, guys. We could come back down, sweep some liquidity, and then continue up. So this was the original position that I kind of just put in there before, or right when you guys saw me. So now I'm looking to see if we can get some type of indication or reasoning as to why the market's going to continue back up. This is now a smaller time frame SMT, but is it gonna hold is the question, because we're pushing down pretty strong right now. So the question is, are we gonna hold this SMT or not? There was also a SMT up here as well, so I did not know that. High. Interesting. So this is a SMT, but we ended up taking, I think that's a SMT, right? Let me see. No, never mind. Where am I? Why am I so messed up right now? High, higher, high, high, higher, high. Okay, so we might hold this SMT, so I'm going to enter in 2 contracts. So now we're risking 180. That's definitely more than I want to be risking. So we're gonna take one quickly off of this position. I might even take one off now. We're gonna definitely take one off at the high. Um, um, there's no inverse fair value gap for us to take either. So, kind of want to see this gap hold. That would be nice. Nerves kicking in just a little bit. But there's a lower time frame SMT inside of here. And I want to see if that holds. It's looking not the best. Let me see, SMT right here. Yeah, SMT right there. That means this is stronger at the moment. I'm just gonna hold the line. I'm gonna stick with my trade. So this is kind of how the trade looks. Take off some at the high. So we're gonna let it ride and see if it plays out, I guess. 180 is more than I'd like to risk though. So how much is this first profit target? It'll be about 100. And now that we're in this, I can kind of give a proper breakdown again. Now that we're in this trade, so we can see all the time frames are bearish right now. My 1 hour was right here. We pushed down, up, and then back down. So this is my 1 hour breaker structure. So now from this high, from this high to this low is kind of my range of buyers and sellers. You can see we have, let me put the 50% line. You can see this is my 50% fib level. Okay, that played out very well. I'm gonna go ahead and take profit on one position. This is the final TP. So this is the 50% fib level where we expect sellers to come back into the market. We can definitely put this to break even now. I could see price run up all the way to this 311 price point, which is my overall target at the moment. But yeah, 1 hour's bearish from here to here. You can see we do have a lot of resting liquidity on the top side of this market, which could potentially be a target. Let me take this off because it's going to keep ringing. So that's kind of like also a possible play as to why we would reverse. You know, price could go here at this little low wick here, or even up to here. Now, once you get a strong push like this in any direction, that means there's buyers down here, right? So now we have these strong buyers all in this area versus these strong sellers. So strong push down, strong push up, they're battling it out. We came into where the sellers are at, and now we're coming back into where the buyers are at. So that was my first basis for this trade. I'm gonna give it some breathing room, see if we can head higher. If we don't, I do want to make this a 150 day though, so let me add 11, and that'll secure that. So where was I at? So a lot of times this also leads to like consolidation, and that's when you'll see me do something like this. I'm just kind of drawing out some lines. So we could possibly see us go head up to there. I was taking out 152. Could have taken out of that position. Let's see. I might just end up getting out at this point because I don't want to lose my 150 day. Plus, we're kind of consolidating, which I don't like within this region. Okay, so I should have took a little profit on here, but anyway, something tells me we're gonna run up and hit that full TP, and I'm gonna miss out on like 300 bucks. So now I'm wondering, like, do I settle for the 150 day, or do I try to get that? And I think I might just settle for that today, especially on this account. I actually managed my risk wrong. I took it on the wrong account, so I was supposed to be taking trades off of this account for this trade. So where was I at? Oh yeah. So now we have the Asian lows right here, and then we also have these lows inside of here. This is the London session opening up. If you need to see that on a different spot or something like that, here you go. This is the London session coming down, sweeping the Asian lows. Dang, I really want to re-enter this position. Hold on, let me lock myself out of this first account. And you know what? I'm thinking about locking myself out of the other one. It's tough. So this is the London session sweeping the Asian lows, I believe. Where are we at? No, right here. And so now the expectation is that the New York session is going to sweep some type of London session liquidity, which I guess it happened right here. And then now we're heading to the upside. So let me see. Now we're kind of pushing back up. Let me see. 1 minute is it bearish or bullish? Boom. So 1 minute high, low, higher high. So this is kind of like my 1 minute trend line. Which we could get a bounce off of here. 5 minute as well. Do I risk it? I feel like I do. So I'm gonna risk this. It's more of a trend line setup. Could work out very well. We might end up getting stopped out or something beforehand. 270 for like 90-ish. Kind of we need a candle to close strong inside of all these wicks. So right now we could delete a lot of this. Let me see, I'm gonna delete this. So we got a bunch of sellers inside of here, and then we got a bunch of buyers inside of here. So we kind of need a candle to close inside of here that's blue, obviously, to take over the sellers. So right now we just have it under this trend line. We might need a little more room. If we do lose this, I might just be done, to be honest, or I might take one more small position based off of this higher time frame trend line down here. So and yeah. But yeah, New York came down, swept a little bit of the London liquidity, which is right here. We also had this very small SMT, which is really the key basis of this entire trade and why I took it to the upside. This is now cooking us. About to lose the profit that I made. Tragedy. This is why you just get out the market. This is why you get out the market. So we could still reject from down here and then go to the upside, which is now what I'll be looking to possibly see happen, because this is my 5-minute high. 5 minutes swept inside of here. I'm looking to see this hold and then us to go to the upside. So question is, do I want to take one contract or two? We're pushing down pretty strong as well, which I don't like that at all. So is this going to be the moment? Let's see if there's any other SMTs forming. We have this. This is lower than that. Now we have the original SMT, which is from like here to here, here to here. So let's see if that is going to hold now. This is the original SMT. Okay. So I'm going to take the risk now, risking 131 on the day. This would make it like 150. And then obviously this right here. So I won't be too mad if this doesn't work out. It's a very risky play at this point. We're super close to the lows. We did indeed break the SMT, but we kind of formed another SMT after breaking that SMT. So very interesting scenario, to be honest. But yeah, that is now where we're at. And let me just double check this. So this was the SMT low. We didn't break it on here. This is the SMT low as well. So now we're lower inside of here. Interesting. So I'm just gonna let it ride. It's not looking the best, but it's okay. Got some bullish pressure inside of here. The bearish pressure is still present, as you can see right here. Trying to look to see if my stop loss is in the best position. Put it right here for 150. That gives me a little breathing room, and also to tap into this area right here that we could possibly see rejection from. Oh, we already tapped into that, so maybe we tap it again. You can see we tapped this. Now we are flying to the upside. Let's see, that would be 130 or something. Let's see if we actually hit TP though. We're now retesting the spot that we just kind of broke out of. So that could be the retest of the breakout and then a continuation to the downside. And you can see right now that's kind of playing out more than the buys to the upside. So dang, that fly up had me not happy, but well, I guess you could say happy. So now we sit, we wait, and we see if this is gonna hold or not. I want to put it right here. Okay, I'm seriously not gonna move it anymore. Okay, this might be my final hurrah. We're inside of here. We're kind of sweeping liquidity at the moment. We could sweep and immediately push down through it. You know, that's just how price works. So taking what we can get, just analyzing the market as it goes. I'm going to take another mock-up trade. Looking to see if there's any type of SMTs forming once again. And you can see we got some decent low resistance liquidity kind of building up right here, but we got to push through these sellers wicks. They're pretty strong. The sellers are decently strong in here. So we're just waiting to see. All right, we pushed past the notification, but not past the sweep quite yet. This is the sweep inside of here that we're hoping at this point holds. Got a strong pushback down into it, so not looking the best at the moment. But hey, that is the risk we took. Let's look at the higher time frame. We're tapping back into a 1 hour imbalance, rejection from the highs, rejection inside the 1 hour imbalance, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I'm going to move this a little bit more. I promise I'm not going to keep doing that, but I'm just analyzing everything. I forgot that we have this no wick candle down here, which I don't like those. When it comes to like trading against me. So I see that as a draw on liquidity. But the question is going to be, when does the market want to come and take it? Does it want to take it now before it continues to the upside, or if it continues to the upside, and things like that? So what could happen, we could go ahead and take this high and then use this as a draw on liquidity, or we could come for it now, then head back up here, because the market does not like no wick candles. That's why I draw them on the chart, because they're typically good draws on liquidity. I'm trying to find a quick example for you guys. Let's see if I can find one. Right here is a good example. There's no wick on this candle. You can see the market pushed up, but then not too long later or the next day, we used it as a draw on liquidity. Same thing right here, another no wick candle. We push right through both of those. Same thing right here, another no wick candle. The market plummeted through all of those orders. So yeah, that's just a quick tip for you. So we are now holding that SMT still, which is beautiful to see. I'm going to go ahead and take profit on that position. So now set to break even. Now this will be my final trade of the day, and we're going to see if we can now get the full push out of this zone And I want to hit my 150 day. That's the problem, I guess, when it comes to like the prop firms and stuff like that that I'm running into at this point. Like I blew one of my XFAs the other day trying to hit the 150 profit target. So I initially had a win of about, I think, 100 or maybe a little less, but I wanted to hit 150, so I kept trading. Ended up over trading, trying to hit the 150 profit target, and blew the account. And unfortunately, I was $1,000 up total on the account. But uh, it is what it is. I don't cry over the spilled milk. Um, there's another no wick candle right here, which is unfortunate. I'm just mapping out everything now. Let me see if I stick this under there, that'll be 78. I'm really trying to see if I can hit this overall profit target up here. We're now going to push back down. I knew it was going to be a strong push, especially with this no wick. I kind of want to risk a little bit just to give me a little bit of wiggle room. So I'll risk 25 on there. Just to give me a little bit of room to push down and then continue to the upside. Trying to read my structure. We went from here to here and then here to here. So right now the 1 minute is bearish, but the 5 minute is bullish. So right now the 1 minute should be taking back over inside of this area. Because this is the 1 minute. It turned bearish right here, but it was a sweep. And now we also have a 1 minute imbalance that's formed inside of here. 2 1 minute imbalances. And the 5 minute is bullish. You could see from here that 5 minute break of structure. So the key is I go off of structure and then I want them to be aligned. So right now 5 minute is bullish right here. And then on the 1 minute, you can see we were bullish inside of here, and then we just went back bearish. So what I want to see now is the 1 minute come inside of this imbalance, reject it, and then the 1 minute goes bullish, and then we continue up to the profit target. So that is what I want to see at this moment. So really I can honestly literally delete everything and just draw these kind of like 2 1 minute imbalances. I could probably do a 2 minute as well, and that'll kind of be the same result. 2 minute imbalance. I want it to be like blue or something, just so I can. So this is kind of like my key area now that I want to see rejected for us to continue to the upside. Like I said, this is a no wick candle, so I'm expecting price to come back down and take it as liquidity. Now, it doesn't have to right now, but that's my expectation. And since we're very close to it, I would not be surprised if we do take it. I'm going to draw a few points of liquidity for us to target, just so I know where we may start to reject from. So that's our 2 minute imbalance. Then this is also a 1 minute imbalance down here. I'm looking to possibly take a little options play. I'm gonna see where my account is at and if I want to take anything. It might be a little late at this point. Let me see. Watch list. QQQ. Trade options. Because I think this is going to run now. I'm going to buy like... Well, I think it's going to run if we want to actually go all the way up. So we may want to come and take this no wick liquidity still. I mean, you could see the way prices act, and we should just be continuing to the upside at this point. So trying to keep my stop loss in the right place and not be impatient. I was talking to somebody under my video the other day, and they were kind of wondering how I do my stop loss and trailing and stuff. And I told them essentially, I start trailing when I think we're going to have a really large rejection, or if we're going to start to run liquidity. So that kind of gives you an idea of when I start to trail. So right now you haven't seen me trail any yet. Some people would trail it under here, but with the way I trade and things like that, I feel like we can come back down to here, which I don't want to see that. So I might end up taking some off at like 100. So just because I don't want to lose that much profit. So I'm just going to take some off right there at 75. If it taps it, it'll be nice if it doesn't and we continue up from this consolidation. I'm gonna go 70 just to give me a little more breathing room, because you can see right here, we had this consolidation, we had a sweep inside of here, and then a continuation to the upside, kind of making this a demand zone. So we kind of have a breakout right here. So this is a demand slash base. We broke out, we're retesting it. Now I want to see us continue up through this, but you can see we're kind of breaking back to the downside with imbalance. So I think we're headed to potentially take that no wick liquidity. But this is a valid demand zone for us to push off of and continue up. Maybe we want to hold this, continue up to our target and come back later. Like however the market wants to actually operate is how it wants to operate. Like we can come and take, like I said before, this liquidity now and then go up, or we can go up, take this and then come back for it. So it's all what the market wants to do when it wants to do it. And a big key factor is kind of like understanding your draws on liquidity. So where is the market drawing to at the moment? And we were drawing to the upside, as you can see right here. And this could have been the switch for us to draw lower. So right now I believe the draw is this high and maybe up here, but I'm letting the market tell us that. So we also have another no wick candle right here, my favorite. You never want to see it in the direction you're the opposite direction. So you can see we're now in like a consolidation going up, or what is this, like a channel. Let me see if I can show you. So this is a channel now, and as soon as we break, we're probably gonna break all the way down. So I'm gonna sit this right here, 98. That'll give me something a little bit more, just in case we only wick and then continue up out of this channel. Let me see if I can go to the 5-second. You can easily see the channel now is a breakout of that channel. And now we could reject from here and then continue up, or we can go down ahead and take that liquidity. I don't want to be a part of this pullback into taking this no wick liquidity. I don't want to be a part of that. And that is the reason why you see me trailing my stop loss now. So I'm expecting that we could have a strong rejection. Why? Because of this no wick liquidity, not necessarily where we are in price, because I'm anticipating that we're supposed to run this. But seeing as we have that liquidity down there, I'm managing my trade differently. So we swept it right here. That gives us a possibility for this to continue up now from this area, or the sweep can be the start of the push back down. So I'm trying to use this to protect me now, this imbalance, as well as this sweep. Once again, this looks like low resistance liquidity. We could come back down into this wick. You can see price is even in here. We're kind of consolidating. I wanted to maybe move it a little bit lower into right here. We ended up sweeping it. We could go down strong now or continue to the upside. I'm just trying not to miss the big move if I could help it, but at this point, I don't think the market wants to give it to me. So you can see kind of consolidating in here. We ended up sweeping that. After that channel breakout, I told you we could continue a breakout to the downside. Okay, I'm gonna take one more trade. Risk 50 on it. That just it just looked like this was a good rejection to possibly continue up. Let's see if there's any type of SMTs going on. We're gonna take off 30 or 40 on this as well, just cause. Oh, let's see any SMTs, because SMTs are very, very good indicators of manipulation. It doesn't look like there's a SMT in this area. So nothing at the moment, just a strong candle to the upside. We can maybe reduce our risk now. Put it on 20. Okay, up 200. I might end it there. I am certain we're going to travel up there, but the thing is, I got to figure out how to be able to get into the market in order for that to happen. So that's the tough thing about the market. You can know where price wants to go, but none of that matters if you can't get in to the market at the right spot. So we could sweep, continue. We could be sweeping inside of here. So maybe I give it one more stab. It don't look good on the chart though. Doesn't look good at all. And I think I took two buys instead of one. I wanted to see this be the sweep. Okay, there we go. Last position, 100%. We're only risking 20 bucks. Go to the 1 minute. I'll risk a little bit more. I'll risk 30 on it. The risk to reward is really good. There's 33. So I feel like I should risk 50, 35. Let's do 35. So I'm trying to see now if this is the sweep, because there was a sweep right here on this candle. This candle also swept, and we're inside of this area that we just swept not too long ago. You see sweep to continue up. So this is a possible area that we could turn around from. And like I said, I'm trying to see if I can catch the big move to the upside. This looks okay at the moment, kind of creating a trend line that we could break out of. Price is even. Okay, we're 100% done for the day now. And that is probably the, oh, there we go, the no wick candle. Do we do it? Do we do it? It's tough. Let's go back and look at this 5 minute structure. 5 minute high. This was the liquidity on the 5 minute after. Well, actually, this was the liquidity. And now, just looking crazy. So we took it. I just need a SMT, man. Give me a SMT. And now you guys can see like the moments where I'm debating going back and forth on getting in and out of the market. There's a SMT right here. But now the question is, does this hold? We took the no wick on MNQ, but we did not take it on ES. So I'm not sure how that typically plays out. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna hold. So now we're catching up on the S&P. We're taking the no wick liquidity. At least we're getting close to it. Did we take it? 48.76, 48.76. It literally made equal lows inside of there. I know I'm quiet now. There's not a lot to say. Imbalance. I'm just looking at everything that's going on, trying to get in on this push to the upside if it's gonna go. I'm gonna take a step back. We took London highs, so that could be the sweep to then go lower. I do not see any actually there was, I think, a SMT that I did draw out, yeah, up here, from here to, so I don't know if that even exists now. No, so that SMT is now gone. Oh my goodness. MES, MNQ. So now we're kind of approaching a reversal at this point. This was the 5 minute high structure. This was the 5 minute low. We could come all the way back down inside of here, take liquidity, and continue to the upside. It's a little demand zone. Not sure if I trust it at this point, but we are lower inside of the leg. There's also equal lows kind of sitting inside of here. Another no wick candle as well. The momentum of the sellers has increased. Looking at the RSI, decent reaction near the lows. Yeah, I feel like we just want to continue down at the moment. We need to see a better push out of this area. All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day. I'm thinking boom, 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 boom. What the heck, man? Come on now. Waiting to see if there's anything worth taking. If I do take anything else, though, that could mess up my $150 profit on this account. And that's what I'm kind of trying to avoid. We kind of used the rest of what we could. Okay, so there's kind of like a SMT inside of here. All right. No. This versus this. Now the question is, are we gonna hold this little SMT with the way we're pushing? I don't know. So now that is no longer a SMT. Are we gonna create a SMT inside of here? SMT, because we're way far away on the S&P. So it's something I also discussed the other day. The S&P either has to catch up now, or we end up turning around right here and going to the upside. Thank you. Waiting, waiting, waiting. I am waiting. So this is the SMT. This is the, actually, wait a minute. I gotta look at this carefully. 5 minute, 5 minute. Then we broke lower on the 5 minute, but the 5 minute is this right here. So that might be like the 15 minute or something. 15 minute high, low, high, low, high, low. I'm not liking this. So this would be the 30 minute, I guess. Boom. Yeah, I'm a little lost at the moment as to how I would play this. Let me see the 20 minute. So I could use the 20 minute structure, which this would be a 20 minute break to the downside, and this is the SMT, and then this is the 20 minute high, low, higher high, Did we go down lower than this? Low, higher, high. So technically, this is a 20-minute break to the downside. There was also news today at 7:30, PPI, core PPI, as well. I didn't really pay any attention to it. Right now, price is telling me we are possibly going to continue down. So the only thing that says otherwise is this SMT, which is a decently significant SMT. So kind of want to take a stab at this one more time, low key. Boom, SMT. Low, lower low, low, higher low. And the whole basis behind the SMT is that it's telling us possible manipulation. So if price wants to technically go up at the moment, the NASDAQ right now just needed extra liquidity in order to go up. So it ends up not respecting the structure of the market, creating a SMT versus the stronger asset would look something like this. Boom. We come back down. We do respect the structure because it's stronger and we don't need extra liquidity. Hopefully that makes sense. So the NASDAQ may need the extra liquidity. The S&P does not. And that is why we kind of get what is called a SMT. So the SMT is currently inside of here, where the NASDAQ looks like that. So if we go look at the NASDAQ right now, you can see that we are in fact lower. So I'm going to take a stab at this now. And we are risking more than I want to. The $150 day is now on the line. And we're really kind of aiming for this target right here. So, which is what we've been aiming for all morning. I could take it on the on MNQ, but since this is the weaker asset and it's weaker because we broke lower on the SMT, you want to take the one if you're looking for buys that is stronger. So you want to take the one that did not break your low, which looks something like this, because you want to take assets that, you know, hold structure, not the ones that break it, because then we look crazy. So right now, we're taking the one that's holding structure and seeing if we can get that final run to the upside. I need to be more disciplined though. I could have just got off at 222. Now this could get me to 320, but it's not always worth doing that. You can see right here we're running into a little bit of trouble because we swept liquidity right here. We also swept liquidity down here. So now we're kind of battling the two areas that took liquidity. This was a SMT, so that's a decent, you know, sign. This is also right here the last down candle before the up move. Well, this could be considered as well, but let me go to a different one time frame. Okay, this item. All right, this is kind of the moment of truth. To see who's going to come out on top. All right, it's looking like it's in buyer's favor at the moment. So we kind of got to break. Like I was saying earlier, in this area, we needed a candle, or maybe it was this area. Like when you're getting pushes down like this, or areas with wicks, you need a candle to like break through all of that and close through strong to kind of like confirm the momentum push through it. So if we can get a strong bullish candle right there, then that would be a good setup to see us go higher, or a good identifier to see us go higher. I'm also looking to once again secure that $150 day, so I may put my stop loss in a spot to where that is secured. So I'm trying to trail in the right manner because it's tricky at the moment. But you can see this is kind of like all low resistance liquidity once again that I want to see us just straight run through. And I wanted to see that earlier, but you know, it happens. And then same thing over here. It's a lot of low resistance liquidity over here. Well, this isn't necessarily low resistance because we actually swept some liquidity. But this is a good example right here of low resistance. You can see all of the little fluctuations in here. We didn't really sweep liquidity to go lower. We did inside of here, but that's not really a big sweep. So once we actually push through it, you can see we push through it very strong and easily. So that's kind of the same thing I wanted to see happen over here and earlier this morning in both of these areas, because I believe the draw on liquidity is this area right here. Okay. So now I'm going to start, I'm going to put my stop loss to break even to secure that, like I said, $150 day once again. This time hoping to see if we can hit that full TP. I may trail this one as well, just because I don't like losing profits that are already on the table. So this is another draw on liquidity. And we may just continue up all the way to take out all of this liquidity. I mean, you see there's a small no wick or barely wick candle right here. There's a ton of equal highs that is also drawing us higher. And then you got, of course, all of this liquidity as well. So there's a ton of liquidity to the upside. and reasons as to why we will continue up, although my trend right now is technically to the downside. And it's not honestly really a trend. That's something I meant to say before. Sometimes price isn't even trending. We're just moving in a certain direction for that time and then switching. So right here you can see break a structure up, up, and then we're going down. Then we're going down, then we're going up. So sometimes we're not really in a trend. I'm just following where price wants to go in the moment. And right now, although we did have a break of structure lower, we're not necessarily trending. So this could be us going lower to then go higher. And another confluence for this trade setup was this demand area right here. I don't know if I went over that earlier this morning. We swept liquidity inside of here. We had a strong push to the upside, leaving an area of demand. So we tapped back in. You can see we rejected it. That was that first push to the upside right here. And now we're kind of coming back in and retesting this zone or initial push, which is a wick on the higher time frame right here. So you can kind of see also, give me a second, on this 1 hour time frame that we kind of have, it's almost like low resistance liquidity on this time frame as well. You can see we're kind of creating liquidity up here to then potentially run. So pushing up against it, then run it. So let's monitor this trade once again. We're struggling to push completely through the high at the moment. But that's to be understandable because we swept liquidity right here. So we're kind of trying to push through a higher resistance zone. And you can see when we initially came into that, we got this rejection candle, but the buyers overtook it or kind of pushed back pretty strong. So good sign at the moment. Decent blue candle right here. Let me go to the 5 minute. Excuse me. This video is long now, up to an hour, but hopefully it provides value to you guys. It's like I want to keep them shorter just because I feel like people are more likely to watch it, but at the same time, the longer I make it, the more info you get. So this is now an indecision candle. We got some consolidation inside of this area. I'm looking for just a box so I can kind of show. This is like a consolidation right now. And what can happen now is we can choose to go up, create a demand zone based off of a consolidation, meaning it would look something like this. Or we could come down, sweep it, then create a demand zone. We could just consolidate and then break lower. Or we can consolidate, sweep here, and then create a supply zone. So there's a plethora of things that can happen right now. And you can see all that kind of based on this consolidation candle. So we're kind of trying to break above it now. If we can break and close, once we come back into it, we may end up rejecting it and continuing higher. So I'm going to start trailing now. I'll put that at 50. You can see there's a no wick candle here, which I don't like. You know that by now. And it's funny, I'm talking about the no wick candles. There's another one down here, and you can see the one that I pointed out before we ended up coming all the way back and taking, which was right here earlier. So the whole time I was like, up, no wick candle down here, no wick candle down here. We ended up coming back and taking that thing. Oh, I think it was this one. Either way, whatever. So we've secured another 50, which will put us back at 211. I'm actually going to put my stop loss right here. And the reason is there's a small imbalance inside of here. If we do want to come down and take this no wick candle, we could tap back into this area, which is a lower time frame demand zone. This one also is as well, but that'll give the market a chance to also come and take this no wick liquidity, tap into here, and then continue up. Or we could reject from this small consolidation and continue up as well. I mean, the possibilities of the market are endless. And you just gotta adjust accordingly to whatever's going on. So let me see if there's a SMT at all. Looks like there is. New York high right here. Oh, there was already a SMT, really? How did I miss that from before? Lower time frame, SMT right here. And then, so now what I expect to happen is we're either gonna reverse because we did not take this high on the on MNQ, or we're gonna have a strong push now on MNQ to the upside. So we're waiting to see what price is going to do at this point. Either strong push up or a possible reversal to the downside. So this is the, where's the higher time frame SMT at? We got 3, it's the third. Like we have an SMT here and a SMT right here. So obviously what I would like to see is a rejection in here and then a strong continuation. That way we don't hold the SMT, which is right here. And this being an SMT just means the liquidity has already been taken on ES, but not on MNQ. So MNQ is kind of falling behind when it comes to grabbing liquidity at the moment. Where are we at? So this is MNQ. This is the SMT right now. We're falling behind, and we want to see price continue to push up. That way the SMT gets invalidated. That's why I said I want to see a quicker push, or for us to hold inside of here. If we don't hold inside of here, then that means we're starting to go lower. We respect the SMT, and now we're gonna have a possible reversal back to the downside, playing out this 1 hour bearish structure. And we're also back in that 50% area where I expect sellers to come back into the market. And you can see we're going a little bit lower. This is my last line of defense that I want to hold. There's other, areas that can defend us, but like this huge imbalance. But Okay, so I'm gonna lock my account out, and that is going to be me being done for the day. Um, so once again, we could reject inside of here, whatever, in this 5 minute, then continue to the upside. But I'm kind of tired of trading for the day. It's been a rough few days. I don't know if you guys know, I blew one of my XFA accounts the other day. So now we only have 3. So I got to be a little smarter with my days and stuff like that. Take less trades, less riskiness. And yeah. So this SMT looks like it was to hold potentially. We also have London highs that were already swept up here as well. So that could be the sweep to then take the London lows and Asian lows. And we also have this no wick Asian lows candle. So I kind of want to be done trading for the morning. So that's all for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.